coming off a Battleground, I think the show's got a little more buzz, and obviously, Cody Rhodes on the show. I'll start right there. Cody Rhodes was booked for NXT this week to make sure it defeats Dynamite tonight. The lack of competition for NXT and the competition that Dynamite has to face in the form of playoffs, finals, is going to be a tough night for Dynamite. Now, I will say you do take that into account. That's absolutely part of it. Is it a full-on excuse? No, but it will cause issues for AEW and their ratings tonight, no matter what kind of show they put on. NXT has pulled up some very nice numbers in recent weeks. I think there is some legitimate buzz that can be attributed to Jordan Grace showing up and being presented well. Ethan Page showing up. But you put Cody there to make sure. WWE wants that PR. They want the discourse to be that NXT beat AEW. Absolutely, they want that. It's the same reason those Collision and Rampage Fast Nationals just happen to get sent out every week. Where do those come from? It's the pettiness of professional wrestling. It goes both ways. But the bigger companies can pull more strings and make more things happen, and they do. So as we look at this show, Cody Rhodes being on the show, and they made sure they sprinkled them throughout the show. So Cody comes out, and he's, by the way, and this is another example of Cody being the guy and why he embraces and is willing to embrace everything that goes into being the guy. He is going to wrestle in Scotland this weekend. He has to get over there. He will be doing media. He'll do the press event. He's got to be on SmackDown. He's got to go wrestle what is going to be a hell of a just battle against AJ Styles in an I Quit match. And this dude's at NXT on a Tuesday night. A, WWE knows what they're doing, as I mentioned. But B, that's Cody. Cody knows what it is to be the guy. Interestingly enough, and I'm not saying this as a knock. Believe me, it's different. God, I hate aura because that'll all of a sudden become a word. There were different presentations. And Roman Reigns ain't sniffing NXT. not a chance in hell in the last 3 years was he walking in that PC. No chance. Not at all. Heyman did. A lot of people walked in that door, big stars, over the last couple of years. Certainly they did it at the end of last year. Rhea, Dom, and Becky, Seth. They were popping some big numbers. And I totally understand the idea that they were doing so at a time when they were trying to shop their television. And I do believe that the ratings and the numbers and the talent that showed up got them their deal with CW. Got a company to pay more money for their developmental. Now, you get I think they've been good enough about sprinkling in some more well-known talent. I think if you turn on the show any given couple of weeks, you'll see a main roster act. Sometimes it's, the OC. I think Meechan's great. A great addition to have on NXT. Very much needed. I talk about it all the time. Exactly why I think the TNA NXT relationship should continue. So the up-and-comers, the people who need reps outside of that warehouse and Orlando, Florida, can go get reps in a different place. I think NXT having some of their talent show up at Impact is not a bad thing. And it doesn't have to be huge names. It's people that they believe in. You know what? Get them more reps. That's a very good thing to have. But at the same time, I think it's good for WWE to look at some of their veterans that maybe aren't getting significant TV time on Raw or SmackDown. Not even significant TV time. They just might not be in a story. Because I will say that if you see someone on Raw and SmackDown right now, they're there for a reason. There's not a lot of randomness on Raw and SmackDown. That has been a pretty good part of the directive or the direction of things under Triple H. Nothing really wasted on the shows. If you're there for a reason. They stick to stories. Sometimes to a fault, but they give you a reason to invest. I am appreciative of that, even if it's not all good. If you're on, you're probably on for a few weeks in a row at minimum. Obviously, a lot of people have ongoing stories they're on every week. But for those that aren't, that can bring something to the table, you know, you see them sprinkled throughout NXT. I liked Shayna Baszler being part of Battleground. Look how they did a nice transition for her being, you know, with Lola to against Lola. They have figured something out with that underground thing. Big, nice signature early on in her career. Win for Lola Vice. Solidified her a bit more. Good use of Shayna there. Good use of Meechin in the ladder match. Good use of Meechin last night against Jada Parker. Good use of Meechin next week against Kalani Jordan for the North American Women's Championship. That'll be a nice win for Kalani to get early on. There's ways to do that. There's ways to help out. There's also ways to go, hey, listen, we're paying you. You can go work NXT. And some people are very happy to go do that. New Catch Republic. Also on NXT. Where the hell do they fit in? I love Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate is... I mean, we're going on almost a decade of Tyler Bate. Just... maybe a guy lost in the pandemic. Maybe that's what he was. But you know what? Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, good guys to have around NXT. I know Pete Dunne has done some producing in NXT in the past. He gets it. He was an early adopter. He was an early UK guy of that scene when it was hot to come over to WWE. And he went all, I mean, he moved the family. You know, he's in America. There's value in Pete Dunne beyond the ring. And he's a good dude. And, you know, I don't know where he's going to go as a wrestler. But as it just, you know, I don't know where he's going to go up the card, I should say, as a wrestler. But I do think there's value in Pete Dunne and the experience of somebody like that mixing in with what we saw last night on NXT and being able to get there and coach. And I think he's somebody that sticks around for a while. Hey, this is Matt Camp. Thanks for checking out one of our recent clips from the Wrestling Mat. Why is someone so close to The Rock kind of throwing Cody over the bus?
Yeah, a lot of people won't engage with Jim Cornette. I did just because I have a mark for Jim Cornette.
Please subscribe right now. Hit the like and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. And I think you should listen to your TV partners. Let me tell you about WWE and a little insight. More subscribers means more content. And make sure you follow us on social media at WrestlingMat23 on both Twitter and Instagram.